Okay, so welcome everyone. Nice to see you. So today's topic is requested by a student. It's a topic on confidence. She says, I struggle with maintaining the confidence and steady inner reassurance to see me through these moments of fear and constant thoughts about needing or wanting to change. How can I build a level of confidence that allows me to rest, assured no matter what? In these situations, how should I also best embrace your advice on looking at it based on, I will die? Okay. So I think first of all it has to be said that real confidence is not something that is made up. Because you have a whole lot of kind of like a self-help books that teach you how to be more confident, or 10 tips on how to raise your confidence levels and boost them to the absolute maximum possible. There's a whole lot of topics online, books about that and so forth. Real confidence comes from natural recognition of your beingness, and it comes from natural recognition of truth. And gently, over time, eventually, we learn to rest in truth. There is a sense of confidence coming from that. It is not something fabricated or made. Because everything that is fabricated, everything that is made up, either by the mind or the body or by speech or by human interaction, it is subject to cessation. It passes. It doesn't last. Buddha calls that anicca. It doesn't last. It is impermanent. Why? Because it is composed, it is put together, it is made up, so it cannot stay. Same is true for confidence. If your confidence is based on, let's say, external achievements, your looks, your job, your possessions, the way you perceive yourself to be, like such perceptions and so forth, then that will be shattered eventually, because these things don't last. Perceptions don't last, looks don't last, nothing lasts. Therefore, yes, it is important, in order to access real confidence, to actually confront ourselves with the truth that we will die, as often and as deeply as possible. Really living every day as if it is the last day. Taking away the perspective of a fulfilled future. And that sounds quite radical, I might imagine. Taking away the prospect of, I might find myself in the future. My future might be very nice. But now, not really yet. I'm not there yet, so hopefully later on, I'll be there. That's a trap. And it keeps you trapped your entire life long if you don't see it. Then you live, basically, your entire life planning to live. Planning to be confident. Planning to be more this, more that, more. It's never enough. That's what the future does. It makes you feel not enough. It makes life appear not enough. And therefore, once there is a future, we operate based on hope or fear. Once we have created a sense of, hopefully I will find myself later, then we operate based on that. That is not true confidence. And true confidence comes from you really being able to be done now. And to cultivate that sense of being done, to access that, to find stillness, rest, satisfaction now. And then, yes, allow your life to manifest out of that. Out of that confidence in the present moment, in the way it is, being confident in the way it is. Let's say you have fear, a lack of self-worth. You feel uncomfortable with yourself. You had a really hard life. Contemplating your past, you feel unhappy about yourself. Then it seems to contradict confidence. How can I maintain confidence, she asked. How can I maintain this confidence in the times, in hard times, times of fear and change and so forth? You can maintain it because it is not of these times. You can maintain it because it is always and only to be found in the present moment, here and now. Also what the Buddha refers to as akaliko, the timeless. That which is not of time. We access that by neither grasping the future, nor the past, nor the present moment, but by completely letting go of absolutely all conditions that don't last. The experiences that you make in the present moment, they don't last. Including your thoughts about a bright and happy future, or a dreadful future, a bright and happy past, or a dreadful past. All that doesn't last. A whole story of me and my problems is a story. We keep telling ourselves these stories all the time. Continuously going around in our mind. Me and my story. And the story kind of seeks its end, doesn't it? Like a happy end. Where is it? I hope my story will have a happy end. Like every movie, right? You need the happy end. If the movie is kind of left open, it leaves many people confused. So similarly, we are also looking for our own story to come to an end. A happy one. Once I reach enlightenment, then once I get a job, once I can be confident all the time, non-stop, then life will be amazing. But in fact, life is amazing, it's just we don't see it. Because we're still searching for the amazingness. Hoping to find it once we do amazing things, in amazing places, with amazing people, then life will be amazing. It's kind of, what about enough? That word doesn't sell enough. Like imagine you go to one of the great shopping malls, Central Festival or something like this in Phuket, and there is nothing to be sold because everyone has enough. Everybody's already happy. I don't need anything. Why? Why would I need that? So many of the things we think we need, we don't need them really, but we have learned to need them. Needing something can be learned. In actual fact, we don't need very much. We could be happy with little. There's no need for much. There are times in life where there is much, and there are times in life where there is little. And if you can rest confidently in that simple fact that you are already here, now, and that's that. There is not more to life. Everything else is fiction. And finding your confidence in that, that is something you can rely upon. That's why the Buddha calls it a refuge. The refuge of the Dhamma, truth, is not a refuge like an umbrella when it rains or something, or the police when you have burglars. These are also refuges, but all of them are not 100% reliable. They're also subject to change. A job can be a refuge. Wealth can be a refuge. But all of these refuges fall apart. They don't last. So what do we do and who are we when the things that we hold on to fall away? For many people, this is an opening, it's an opportunity. They think, oh my God, my life is really hard right now. But actually, it's an opportunity. Most people who have a hard life in that very moment, they are ready for change. They're ready to turn within and look at themselves and find something that is not affected by the hardship. That's there no matter what. Life hard or not, sick or not, healthy or not. There's something that's always reliable. And we cannot really see it easily, so we need to train to see that. Our eye need to open up slowly and really train to look. That's what meditation is. You train yourself to look, because it's not easy to look. We'd rather have a temporary mask of confidence than to actually rest in this moment confidently. So how can you boost your confidence? And people say that, yes, you can boost your confidence if you are contemplating that you are a good human being. So you can build your confidence in your own goodness. But that really means you're dishonest, because there is two parts. There's also stuff that's not so good. There's anger, there's hate, there's ignorance, there's fear, there's suffering, there's pain. It's there too. It's almost like saying, well, I appreciate life, but I hate death. It's incomplete. It's imbalanced. I love health, but I hate illness. Still imbalanced. Very selective. A person that loves health and despises illness, they'll be continuously very stressed trying to maintain health. We're intoxicated with health. So then when they get ill, it's a big thing. Like someone that is completely intoxicated with playing piano, losing a hand. It's a big deal. Big pain. Suddenly, I can't do who I thought I am anymore. It's almost like the person falling apart. Again, it gives us a chance. It's another opening in life, isn't it? So we need to look. And it's within the looking, it's within the seeing, actually, that you can find confidence. Within seeing itself, within knowing itself. So that's why we sit and practice meditation. We're energizing the knower, awareness, listening. inner silence. You can hear the aircon? Is it enough? Do you feel your body? Is it enough? Are you happy with it? It's not a matter of actually creating happiness. Oh, I'm supposed to hear the aircon and then I'm supposed to feel happy. How can I feel happy? Listening to the aircon, trying to be happy. How should I do this? Maybe I'm not listening the right way. Maybe I should listen deeper. Should I listen to the vibration? Should I feel the vibration in my body? I'm not so sure. See, it's craving. Tanha, craving. I want, I need. Unhappy. There's 4 noble truths. The first one is suffering. There is suffering. Undeniable. You sit down quietly and look. There's suffering just by sitting down, just by looking at yourself. You see clearly. There's hurt, there's old stuff coming up, there's emotions. The body hurts. Look at life. Up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down. Success, failure. It's breathing. Life is breathing also. Success, failure. Up and down. This is stress. And life is like this. Now, why are we stressed, actually? We can't really say that life is stress, but you can say the way we relate to life is stressful. So what's the cause of stress is the second noble truth. It is craving, clinging. The attitude that pushes against experience or that pulls at experience. At present moment experience, you're pushing, I don't want this. Or, I want to keep this. Here, that's where suffering starts. Because nothing lasts. Everything dies. That's why it's so necessary to reflect on death. Not so much the death of your body, that is also a very good topic of reflection, but really the death of every second that you're experiencing something. All dies. If you find yourself celebrating something, while you're celebrating, if there's mindfulness, celebration, it will die. And if you're really down, you're crying, feeling terrible about yourself, feeling weak, and then you have mindfulness and you see, oh, that too, it will die too. And the funny thing is, as you look, it dies. That's the third noble truth. Nirodha, the cessation of suffering. If you really look at something, really, really look, it disappears. So look at your suffering, look at your problems, really look. What can you really find? What is it that is real? And what is it that is thinking? Now that gives you confidence. Once you find what is real, what is it that is real right in this second, right now? It's very uncomplicated. There's no need for Abhidhamma or any of that. You can see directly now, look, what is real. There's no need to philosophize, to think about it, to digest it. Maybe you're confused. I wonder what's real right now. You're sitting, you think about what is it that's real right now? Well, in that case, then what's real right now is thinking. There is thinking. That's that. That's it. Thinking. Suddenly you hear the aircon, and there is hearing. Still hearing, that just now it has shifted to the fountain. Swallowing, feeling, hearing again. The challenge is to keep your mindfulness, to keep recognizing, because we forget very fast. We hear the fountain and then we immediately get lost in other thinking. Oh, hearing the fountain, nice, relaxing. Now that reminds me of a fountain when I was young. We had a fountain in our garden that was nice. Maybe I should get another fountain. Maybe we can put one behind the house too. I saw this shop down the road. They were like next to the vegetarian food shop. Maybe I should check there whether they have a fountain. I said, but the seller, she looked quite kind of like unfriendly. Maybe I should go to another shop. Or maybe I should just try it. And then I go and I approach her and I would say, hi, do you have a fountain? And she will say, go away. And then I will be like, hey, what? Maybe she has a bad day. So I'm totally lost in some random kind of stories. Isn't it like that? Thinking. Totally random, associative. Going from one to the other. You start off with a fountain and you end up with complaining that your aunt has planted chili in your garden instead of rose flowers. And then it goes on mostly. Then you catch yourself. A short moment of mindfulness. Oh my God, I've been totally lost in thoughts. I'm always so lost in thoughts. Why am I so lost in thoughts? It's terrible. How can I get rid of this kind of stupid habit of constantly being distracted? I need to focus harder. What's wrong with me? I could focus so well when I was in the retreat. It worked all out really well. And now I'm sitting here. I just can't seem to focus. Oh, suddenly you wake up again. Short. What? There I go again. Again, distracted again. Now I really focus. And you focus for a few seconds. Then you hear a bird. And you go, what is that bird called? What was that bird again? I heard that over in Chiang Mai too. Now it seems to be the same kind of bird. Alright, if you're honest, you see your thoughts are like this, right? Everyone's thoughts are like that. You're not alone with that. Everybody is like this. It just means that your mind is not well trained, period. No training. Kunto is a bodybuilder. You know what it means to train your body, right? Yeah, it takes a lot of work and a lot of time. Meditation is the same. So what do you get when you train your body? You get good health, good looks. What do you get when you train your mind? Happiness. Happiness. And happiness, if your mind is well trained, it will stay with you no matter what. Real happiness. The Buddha calls it also the end of suffering. You can call it happiness too if you like. Nippanang paramang sukhang. Nibbana is the highest happiness. He didn't just say it for nothing. It is true. As soon as you taste what it means to let go more, let go more, and more. Let that go too. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Relax, rest. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. That one too, just leave it. There's nothing to do. You start to really settle. That is confidence. And it's real confidence. It is not fake confidence. Not made up, not fabricated. It's very natural to you. Like a baby, it doesn't have to worry about being confident. It's just being a baby. It's enough. Later, you learn to be not confident, really. You learn to lose your confidence. And then you make a fuss about it, trying to be confident again, trying to get it back. How confident have you been as a baby? Was it ever a topic for you, confidence? As a 5-year-old, did you ever worry about being not confident enough? You need to be more assertive. People are not trusting me enough. It's a tough business, this kindergarten business. But not so many problems. Not so much trouble. Babies are relatively simple. More easy for them to be happy also. It's also more easy for them to be sad, directly sad. But then they can, in an instant, they can be happy again. It's really present. Only thing with babies, why they are not enlightened is they don't know that they're present. That's the difference. Some people say, "Well, I wish I was like a baby." Well, babies are present, but they don't know it. Babies are simple-minded still, but they don't know it, and that's what making the difference. If you know it, you have a mind like a baby and you know it. You have mindfulness of it. There's great happiness, there's great release also. And in that release, there is great confidence. In my opinion, forget about any sort of confidence that is built, that is kind of added to you, added to a kind of a lacking self-image. I'm not good enough. I need to add a bit of confidence. It's like you have a totally ruined food. You say, "Oh, it's totally ruined. I need to add some sugar." It doesn't help it. The food is ruined. It's rotten. There's no need to add stuff to what's already rotten. The whole self-accumulation is rotten. It creates all the problems in this whole world. No need to add to it. Let it go. Happiness is right there. We are unhappy because there's so much me, so much mine. Letting go, less me, less mine, more happiness. That's the deal. Who is it that has the problems? It's me. Now if you take the me away, then who has a problem? There's nobody having a problem. There's just conditions arising, passing, arising, passing. And that's pretty much it. So confidence comes either from the highest recognition, from good mindfulness, good awareness, or it can also come from positive acts. Self-respect, self-worth, and consciousness comes from being kind. Are you having trouble? Try out kindness. Try being kind to other people. Very fast your troubles will be gone. You will get friends. And friends help. there's a social part of that too, of confidence. Being confident in one's kindness, in one's compassion, being confident in your smile, your goodness, your ability to help others. Being confident in that also is very good. But also again, there's nothing to be made. It grows naturally in the form of happiness. You feel good about yourself. When you go to bed at night, you feel good about yourself. When you do your last breath, you feel good about yourself because you do good. It's very real practice. Feeling good about yourself comes from doing good. How much time we waste worrying about the me story. There goes all your energy. You need more energy in life, more power, more help, more goodness. Do good. Any opportunity, there's many opportunities. You don't have to go out and start like kind of seeking things to do good. It doesn't need to be forced like that. It can be like this if you want to practice, but there's so many opportunities every day. You go to a restaurant, right? You have a waitress coming and serving you food. Take a moment to put your phone down and look into her face and say thank you. And mean it. Simple, isn't it? You do more and more like that, you will feel more and more happiness. And that happiness is a confidence too. Not easily shaken. Feel comfortable with yourself. You like yourself. You like your life. You can be very, very busy but have abundant energy. Why? Because you have abundant silence in your mind. There's so many gaps in your life, so many traveling from point A to point B, where you could be completely quiet. Inside. Doesn't mean you're not talking to anyone, huh? It means you're quiet on the inside. Your mind is silent. You drive a car, you just drive. You walk, you just walk. You keep your energy. And you use it to do good. It grows. It becomes radiant. It becomes nice. Trust. Faith. Having faith is another important factor of confidence. Having faith coupled with confidence, knowing that everything is fine, you are taken care of. Don't worry. There's nobody in this world who is doing good, who is kind, friendly, well-composed and mindful, who needs to worry about having enough food. Nobody. The Tibetans, they say, the meditator doesn't need to worry about getting food, because you see you have these yogis in Tibet, and you still do have them, who are living up in caves, and sometimes it's so much snow and so much harsh circumstances that the people from the village cannot bring up food. So they are sometimes left for months without enough support. It can be very, very harsh times. If you want to read a story of a Western woman who actually spent 20 years in a cave in the Himalayas, you actually read the story of Pema Chodron. I think it's called I don't know, but she wrote a book about her spending 20 years in a cave. You just Google 20 years in a cave and you will find it. Pema Chodron. Just staying 20 years in a cave. She had an incredible hardship, but she made it. And now she's helping so many beings. thing is to have faith and trust, You are fine, you're being taken care of. Good forces are around you if you do good. And you're carried by them, protected by them. Trust it. Trust like sometimes life is quiet. Means you need to rest. It's time to rest. More time to sit. More time to build your happiness. Then the business will come back. Breathing in and out. You have energy. You didn't lose your energy by worrying about what will happen with me. It's worried for nothing. So relax, find confidence in your faith. Not in some belief, but knowing that you are taken care of. As long as your mission on this planet is to share your blessing with others. There's abundant circumstances and opportunities for you to grow in that regard. So these are the only things that come to mind today concerning confidence. I think it's enough for today.